What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So today I wanted to discuss the M4 and the changes that it has, because I've been experimenting with the M4 in this season for quite a bit now, and I do have to say it's far more viable than it pretty much has ever been in the history of this game. So the M4 has seen a lot of changes over the past seasons to try to improve, I guess, the player experience, because at the early stages of the gunsmith, it has been very useless. You shoot in the body, it was always a 5-shot kill. You shoot on the head, it's always a 5-shot kill. It was just a terrible weapon overall, and like the last assault rifle anyone would ever dare to think about using. The first change I remember, they did increase the multipliers a little bit, especially with just like the body. I think the headshot multiplier was pretty high, but it wasn't something that would be like 3-shot capable or even 4-shot capable. They had it so that you could at least 4-shot if you shot on the chest, but really only the chest. So most chances are sometimes when you get into gunfights, you're gonna hit the arms, sometimes you're gonna hit the legs. So it never really mattered. Eventually down the line, they did add the multiplier for the upper arms, but still it wasn't really that viable. It did help a little bit more, but it wasn't something that was like such a crucial change. And it wasn't until recently with the season 7 update they finally decided to just say fuck it, let's just put the multiplier for the entire arm. And not just the arms, it was also the head. You could actually 3-shot if you land all 3 shots to the head from a pretty decent range. It did have that capability last time, because from what I remember the damage was like 33.4, but it was upped to 35, and I think you could do that, I think, well within 20 meters. So it turns out I was correct, because it does say 33.6 up to 20 meters on the head. So that basically means, yeah, you could 3-shot up to 20 meters. Of course, that does change if you add any sort of attachment that may extend the range. I think the highest that it can go up to is, I believe, like maybe 34 meters. If you put the marksman barrel and the monolithic suppressor and even long shot together, yeah, it goes up pretty well. The 4-shot kill potential as well, but I mean, you're not really going to put all that stuff on your weapon because it's just too much weight on it. So all of this does come from Stats on Duty, so big shout out to them. But I do kind of disagree with their opinion. They did say that the M4 is a long-range AR. This range doesn't change its viability at all. While there is some truth to that, it's not entirely true, because like I said, you could extend the range a little bit more. I know it's not as great as it would be if it was like an HBR or even a Kilo, but the fact that it's finally becoming a 4-shot monster within, you know, at least medium range, it's really good. And for the most part, since I've been using it, it has helped me win some games, as hard as that is to believe. I know it's probably maybe because of my input, because, you know, touch isn't really the most accurate thing sometimes, so you're not always going to hit on the chest. But with controller players, I could see it being a little bit more viable, but in touch, yeah, I could understand why they think the way that they did. Even then, with the KSP currently being meta, this is not really a good option anyways. From what I heard, I think it also did improve in Battle Royale, I believe, because I know the M4 has been a pretty solid weapon in that area. But in multiplayer, it has been just shit for a very long time. So any change, any positive change for the M4 is welcoming to me. And I understand that since it's a beginner weapon, you can't really make it too strong, because any new player that comes in is not going to want to use anything else. But changes like this were just absolutely necessary. You can't have this one below everything else just because it's in the tutorial. And look, I might have a soft spot because this was like the #1 assault rifle that I used when the game launched. And to be honest, I didn't really know what was the best assault rifle. In all reality, everything kind of felt the same back then. But, you know, with the M4 falling behind like so bad over these past few years, it's time for a change. And I know it's not going to be meta, but this could be a weapon that I could use if I ever want to, you know, actually put an effort. And by the way, have I mentioned how beautiful Glacial Ripple looks like on the Vengeance skin? That's one of the cool things about the M4. It does have a lot of gun iron sights, or at least when it comes to its epics, because I believe that legendary, the Court Jester and the Thermal Shroud are pretty average when it comes to its iron sights, but You know, the Breakup and the Vengeance are like the two best ones in my opinion. Unless there's like another one like the Back Scratcher or something, but those are the ones I focus on the most. But now that we can put tournament camos on our skins, like, wow, this looks absolutely incredible. And with iron sights like these, it does kind of further improve your accuracy when you want to shoot in the chest. But anyways, that's my take on the change. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, maybe donate if you're feeling generous, and I'll see you guys next time.